Do 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 do. Yo 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 lo 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 yo 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 do 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 yo do 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 do. Okay, we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh my gosh, it works. Oh my gosh, it works. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? It works. Unbelievable. Lifestyles of the poor and fabulous. It works. It has worketh it. Oh my god. La da dee, la da dow. La da dee, la da dow. I don't even know why I'm going. Well, I know why, because, because of the wonderful things I do. Let me get the butt going. Hoo hoo. We're off to see the gizzard. The wonderful gizzard of Oz. The wonderful gizzard of Oz. Ah, ah. That's how the. What episode is 7374? I guess I don't know. I stopped. I stopped counting. No, I haven't. The wonderful gizzard of Oz. Did I do that right? Update songs manual. Okay, I did it. I guess I don't know. Did it do it? Don't look like it did. Hold on. Did what? Oh, I have to play, right? There it is. There it is. Ding ding. I'm early. I'm 5 minutes early. I don't care. I mean, I care, but I don't. But I do. But I don't. But. La da dee, la da da. I'm gonna shrink that down to little time. To little time. Wait, how do I know? Oh, like how do I know we're streaming? Oh, the big letters there. Some numbers. It's big and yummy. I'm gonna make sure this is still working here. Oh, it's still working. I still got a little buzzy buzz, but honestly, I'm not care because I was like, oh, this is uh, fair warning. I'm gonna be on slow mode today because I had an extra long super session with Rocco and Tony, but that's not why. I have a headache, and it's right behind this eye. It's just there. It's just I've had like my eyes been messing with me all day. Like I got a super Barbie. I know, like a super Barbie, but not a Barbie doll, but like a barbed wired eyelash or something in my eyeball, and it's still in there, and it hurts. And I'm like, and I looked and I was like, I looked in my eye with my eye, couldn't find nothing. So I was like, Bruce was like, let me get some eye drops. I was like, leave me alone, woman. I'm a grown ass man. Now she's mad at me because I was like, she's like, why don't you need to drink some water? You need to. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to chillax. I'm trying to fight off this headache, like that. I'm like, yo, headache, what's up? That kind of hurt a little bit. But let me get some. That's the way bubbly goes. That's the way bub goes. Anyway, I still got 3 minutes, so I'm gonna. I can't even talk. You can tell my brain's not working right because one of my blah, blah. I mean that's every day, but you know what are you gonna do? And I'm gonna turn this off. Turn that off so that we don't have the sound of that. But actually, the sound didn't come through there, did it? Make sure again. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a. Yeah, it did. Okay. All right. I'm just I just like to watch myself. There will be no audio on Discord because I got everything working. I ain't trying to break nothing else. So I'll be looking at Discord. Like, hey guys, what's up? But I won't be broadcasting on Discord because, like I said, I got it working. I ain't trying to break it. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Let's see. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. One thing I would like to do is get the music going. And oh jeez, where is it? Okay. In whatchamacallit, in the streams, I don't know what happened where it doesn't work anymore, but yeah, that's what happened. But like I said, I'm gonna get me another. I'm gonna get a mixer, and oh, let me switch this here. I'm gonna get a mixer, and I'm gonna hook it up, basically. You know, this is a new way of me doing eyelashes. I've never done them like this. I've always done them like the incorrect kind of dumb way. I mean, there's no wrong way or right way or dumb way or smart way, but I just messed it up because the eyelashes are actually they're that's all right actually. I was trying to make them a little more realistical. That's not a word, but it takes so long, and the eyes kind of misshapen. But I don't care right now. I don't care. I never figured out what kind of color I want in our eyeballs. I mean, that's usually the first part that I kind of get right because I want it to look good, you know. So do the little ridge, not all the way, but you know, just a little indication there. Cause that's the way eyeballs go. And this one is not as crazy. It is a different eyeball. I don't usually do eyes like this, but I wanted to. I was doing some research. I was like, oh yeah, those look kind of cool. Let me try that. Let me spend some time. Of course, this is the same drawing I've been working on since forever. It's the same one. I'm just adding stuff to it. Why? Cause yeah. Oh, what is? Oh, also Scorpio's coming. Thank you, Tackle. Appreciate it. What is this? Again, an inside look at the everyday workings of my studio to the musical bed of various tracks of my creation. It's a sentence full of words. Also, Scorpio is coming. Also Tilt Away. I should change that to also Xbox. The X is the truth. Yeah. That's Mixer. Let me see. I could change it right here. Let me see if I can do it live. I'm doing it live. Manage channel. Customize. Why don't I use the mouse on that? How about that? Here it is. Also, here it is. The X is the truth. Is that how I should? That's what I should say. Xbox One X is the truth. I need to be specific. The Xbox. Oh boy, double B's. Xbox One X is the truth. And that is all. Also tilt weight. It's always gonna be good. Let's see if it switches. Oh, it's not gonna switch on the thing, but there you go. I fixed it. Thank you. No, I don't want to browse more channels. Come on, man. Oh, great. Go back to here and go to here. All right. I need to get on the chat here, and then I will begin. Somehow, let me check. Let me check one more time. I hear myself. Not that I want to. All right, cool. We're ready to go. What up, y'all? Wow, I felt like a YouTuber right there. Hold on, let me get the right camera. What up, y'all? This your boy Esgee. What up, y'all? How you doing? No, that's not. Hi. Is it? You got to do the hands. What up, y'all? It's Esgee, the Silverback Mac. What up, y'all? I needed to take double the dosage of the painkillers. I should have taken it though. I took 500 milligrams. Should have taken 1,000. But I like my liver. What up, y'all? It's our Nightcast, the official Blood District, Kung Kong Crystal, Super Dope Show for Reservoir9.com, RepresentAllGames.com. I am Stephen D. Gibson, aka Esgee, aka Electron Bandit, aka the dude who is part of a collective, well, group, I would say. I'm not gonna say the name right now, but they just literally threw me in the group. It's like, oh, you're part of the group. I was like, huh? Okay. So it's cool. When I say it's me, Rocco, and Tony, and whoever else decides to be in it or whatever, as a group of people making music and stuff. So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, it's definitely fun to make stuff. Excuse me. Thank you. So E3 is around the corner. What is it? Is it next week? Yeah, it is next week. I think, right? Today's the 3rd. It's the 10th, right? Yeah. Cool. Cool. Let me see here. There it is. Cool. So with E3 around the corner, Hey, what the heck happened here? How? Oh, it's still streaming. Okay. Damn, man, don't be scaring me. Don't be scaring me like that. Oh, I never checked all games. Let me check the all games audio. I always gotta do this first. Hold on. Check the all games. Oh, all right, that works. I sound stupid, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's how you sound, stupid. Yeah, I know. Well, look. Hey, there's no need to be rude about me. Anyway, so that's the wrong one. So this is Joy. Her name isn't Joy, it's just the emotion Joy. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing collages of characters Joy all on one. I only did 1080p. The actual drawing space is only 1080p because I'm dumb. I should have done 4K, but what are you gonna do? The next one I do will be 4K. It'll be I think I'm gonna tackle anger, since it's one of the easier ones to draw. It's really easy to draw anger. But joy is a little bit. I guess it's easier too. But I guess some sorrow, sadness. There's little nuances in the different subgenres of emotions. Is that a thing? Is melancholy a subgenre of sadness, or are they synonymous? I don't know. Well, whatever. I'll get to all those. But this is not like, oh, I'm doing the emotions drawing project. No, I'm not. This is for me to practice and to relax, because when I draw, I tend to relax, and that's why I'm not a professional artist, because I only draw when I want to, and when I have to draw, I mean, I can, because I have a skill level where it's like I can draw, but it doesn't make me happy, And I mean, if I would quote the famous or infamous Kanye West, he once said something that was like, you know what? That's kind of right a little bit. He said that he's an artist too. He can draw, but he was like, he couldn't pursue art because he needed the instant gratification that you get when you do music. You do a beat, takes you 3 hours or whatever, the track. You let somebody listen to it immediately. Oh, that's dope, yo, oh snap, right? It's boom. Instead of you drawing for 3 hours, you're like, okay, I'm coming back. 29 hours later, it's done. Then what? Oh, you gotta go to a gallery, or it's harder if you're not hooked up. Well, I don't know if you're not a comic artist, or I don't know how can I mean graffiti. I guess if you're a graffiti artist, then you could get instant gratification, even though it's illegal. I don't know. It's just kind of a different way to look at it. I guess he doesn't have patience. I would assume that. That's why he chose music instead of art. I chose music instead of art because I was doing art before music. I was an illustrator before I was a musician, quote unquote musician. And Tyclaw in chat says, it's not that hard to do a beat though. When I say beat, I mean the whole music, not just drums. The hard part is doing the bass line and the melodies. Yeah, when I say beat, I'm from New York, from, when we say, yo, what, that's a hot beat. That means the track, not just the drums. So, understand me. And I wasn't doing any drums today. I was filling in melodic parts on the tracks because he's playing guitar, and I did the drums like a while ago. So I had to do some. I had to duplicate some drums because the instrument I used originally for like the snare was like kind of, it was thin. It was like a rock snare. I was like, nah, I need some fat and juicy kicks. I mean, not kicks, snares, yo. Like that Netsky or Netsky. No, Netsky. The Netsky job, like drum and bass, fat snares. So I was like, all right, let me put that inside of that, and layer tweak the levels, put a gate on it, call it a day. I got fat snares. I did the bass line a while ago as well, so I just had to add some complementary melodies to what his chords, his chord structures and stuff. So they liked them. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good, and it's all kind of coming together now. So we're going through each track. Playlist is here. It's 7. He's got a 7-song playlist for shows he's gonna do this summer, so that's cool. Um, but anyway, but yeah, so, and I'm pretty good at music. I mean, I'm a good artist, but I haven't kept up with art enough to say to myself that or to think that I'm better than I was when I stopped drawing. I'm kind of at the same spot, same place, except mentally I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm a little more thoughtful. So this is why joy exists, to illustrate joy. If you're gonna draw, you want to illustrate emotion, just like music. If you want to do music, you want to convey emotion through your songs. That's why I like movie scores so much, because they can get a fool to cry. They got some sad stuff on the screen, and then it's like, like, oh snap, bloop, 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 bloop. I'm sad because of things. So it it works all the way through each kind of art form. If you're good at what you do, you can get emotions out of people by your art, and that's kind of the goal of it. Either funny, anger, which leads to sadness, which leads to whatever, redemption, blah blah blah, depending on what you're doing. So, yeah. So you hit the dove, man, loud dove. All right, it's hot in here, so I'm busting that back on. Sorry if you hear a little noise. So the E3 is coming up. Let's see, the PlayStation Jammy Jams. It wasn't. Oh yeah, it was leaked. It was like it was a list. It was a rumor of a list of blah blah blah. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, oh, I could look right here. Let me see if it's actually on. Sony E3 list leak or lineup. Like, is that? Oh, here it is. Here's a picture of it or something. Segment next. Is that leak Sony E3 2018 lineup reeks of fakeness, too good to be true? What? Really? Too good? Okay, hold up. Too good to be true. Really? Okay, that sucked. That was an ad, by the way. But you couldn't see it, so it doesn't matter. So, trailer, blah, blah, blah. Trailer of various things. Billy OK says, I can make beats real easy. Bump, 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 bump. Nice. Days Gone trailer unveiling release date. Last of Us Part 2 gameplay trailer. Splinter Cell Apocalypse trailer. Devil May Cry 5 gameplay trailer. Yakuza 2 Kiwami trailer. PS2, PS3 games on PS4, PS Now question mark editorial trailer. Death Stranding trailer. Death Stranding Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima shows some gameplay. Vanquish 2, Spyro. Who cares about Spyro? Kingdom Hearts 3, Beyond Good and Evil 2 trailer unveiling release date. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake trailer. Okay, nobody wants that. Marvel Spider-Man gameplay trailer again. Final Fantasy 7 remake. When they showed that like 5 years ago, like yeah, we're gonna make it. Tekla says, if I had the talent to use the software to make music, I would make some really awesome electronic music given all the music I've been listening to. Tiger Claw, it's not as easy as, I'm going to listen to some music and press a couple buttons and make it happen. You could think that, but it's a little more to making music than just putting down parts and slapping them together. Because the final part of your song sounding dope is mixing and mastering, and a lot of producers, I don't know if many producers or all producers do it, but I've been forced to do it because when you're small time, you can't be like, yo, I got my mixer, he's gonna mix it for me. I got my master, he's gonna master. No. And there are plugins where you press a button, right, and there's a preset and it'll make it loud. But you still gotta go in and say, okay, the subs are the bass is too hot. You gotta low cut on the frequencies. You gotta know where to cut them and the hertz. You gotta go through each instrument. Say, okay, is it loud enough? Is it too much treble? You want to EQ each instrument if you need to. There's a lot of stuff involved. It's not just slapping sounds together. Besides slapping sounds together, which is also important to have good composition. So it's all that stuff. You can borrow from people, I guess, but I try not to listen to a lot. When I listen to something, I'm usually doing it as research. Like, I was like, I'm probably gonna start doing a few trap tracks. You know what I'm saying? Because people are like, trap, and trap has infiltrated into the mainstream. So you got Taylor Swift and all these pop icons or pop artists use white pop artists, I should say, non-black, non-African American pop artists using trap drum bass patterns as a bed in their music. And I'm like, okay, it's kind of a sign that, of course it's a sign when you turn on the radio and 80% of it is hot garbage trap. Look, trap is just, it sounds, right? Whether it's, if you want to equate it to the flow, I don't know. But for me, musically, it's just, analog drums, basically. In a certain pattern, of course. Buggers and Megas. I don't know what they're talking about. They're Billy and DC Nate. Dreamcast Nathaniel. Microsoft's buying GitHub? Is that what's happening? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's not good, is it? I don't think. GitHub is was an independent place where you get stuff, right? If they change it, yeah, it sucks. But if it's the same, then it's cool. I'd be like, all right, cool. Technical says making music through software is complicated, but you can make music using hardware with devices like TRAS and MIDI keyboards. Actually, Tiger Claw, making music through software is less complicated and easier because if it is very, very difficult to be exactly quantized as far as if you do a drum pattern, right? It is insanely difficult, I would say impossible for any human to be exactly quantized, which means exactly on the beat. You can be close, of course. If you're in a band, you're close, and depending on who is the timekeeper, whether it's usually the drummer, I would assume, and if the drummer slows down, it's like there are because I had this issue. I was, Tony brought in a video of he has like a drummer friend. He was doing they were like writing a song, and he did the drums, and so I had to emulate the drums in the program instead of just, and it wasn't all in time. It wasn't all, syncopated and in time. So I had to kind of, guesstimate where the BPM is, and then I had to, he was faster in the beginning. Usually this is how it usually goes. It's faster in the beginning, and he kind of finds and gets into a groove, and then it's pretty much good all the way through. But it's variations depending on the song. I mean, not putting in, not taking into a factor that if the song actually has time changes, that's different. I'm just talking about one whole song as whatever 125, 130 BPM, and it's varied. It may start at 129, end up at 131, or maybe in the middle it's a little bit faster, or whatever, or he might be faster on one bar. So it's hard. So doing it on a computer is easier because you can. Yes, that's what I do. Tiger Claw says you can create music through hardware and use the PC as a DAW. Yeah, that's what I do. That's what everybody does, Tiger Claw. Basically, everybody out there making music nowadays are using DAWs, whether it's Ableton, Pro Tools, Logic. If somebody's still using that, okay. I think GarageBand you could do it too. I'm not sure. I don't mess with GarageBand because I don't need to. But and there was another program that somebody hit me to, but I can't remember what it's called. But the interface was really weird. Oh, you can use Audacity as well. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean there's plenty out there, and the thing is just a matter of they all pretty much work the same, except some of them you get a different sound quality come out. Like Pro Tools is like crisp, a little bit crispier and cleaner. Ableton is a little bit more punchy and like I think that's why a lot of DJs like using Ableton, because the DAW, when it spits it out, it's juicy, right? A little bit dirty. Cubase was like right in the middle, right? I liked Cubase because it was right in the middle, but I stepped away from Cubase because they I don't know what happened to them. And I just been using Ableton. It's just I got it not memorized, but I just know how to do a lot of stuff in it. So yeah, but I mean, this list too good to be true. So what's too good to be true about this? Spider-Man we saw, Final Fantasy we saw, nobody care about Metal Gear, Snake Eater remake, Beyond Good and Evil 2, whatever. We want the game. Don't give me another trailer. Kingdom Hearts 3, still waiting. Spyro, no one care. Vanish 2, maybe. Death Stranding, Curiosity. PS2, PS3 games on PS4. Better late than never. I don't know if it's backwards compatibility. Probably will be PS Now. If it is, I'm going to laugh real loud and hard. That's what I'm going to do. Days Gone, no one care about that. Last of Us 2. I think Last of Us 2 is the star of this whole show is Last of Us 2. Even though I think Spider-Man is going to sell a lot of copies. Wait, was God of War rated M or rated teen? I got to look that up. ESRB on God of War 2018. And I don't know where all of that just went. Oh, there it is. Let's see. God of War. It's M. It is M. Okay. So, will Spider-Man be M? I think Spider-Man should be M. Because if God of War could sell so many copies, and Spider-Man's gonna be teen. Spider-Man's gonna be teen. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes more sense. Little kids, and they'll sell more because it's teen. I mean, I used to say that, but freaking Deadpool made so much money, so you can't really say, oh, it's got to be PG-13. Like, nope. What y'all saying about Death Stranding? Tiger says, I bet the new Death Stranding trailer will be another one of those confusing ones which is just CG cutscene of something weird happening. Well, it says, according to this, it's going to show some gameplay, so it'll probably be, like you said, the trailer and a little bit of gameplay. Hodea. Hideo will go up on stage. Kojima-san will go up on stage and be like, "Yo, watch this." That was bad. Okay, sorry. Billy says, "I'm a little tired of Death Stranding's horse crap. Show a game or stay home." True that. True that. True that. That. Though first comment on the Verge post about it. Huh? Monday morning, mysterious links repo on GitHub is gone. What? First comment on Verge. I don't know what that means. But anyway, yeah. I'm interested to see what Death Stranding is, even though I don't like his games. I mean, I know that's heresy. Like, oh, how could you say you don't like Hideo Kojima's games? I don't like them because they're goofy. And, I mean, he's creative, yes. But, I mean, are the games fun or are they just ridiculous? And that's what makes them good. Like, is the gameplay in, like, Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, excellent, super fun, or whatever? Or is it just like, oh, it's Hideo Kojima, and they're weird and goofy, so it's good. You know, does it get a pass? Does it get a Hideo pass or something? Or I mean, is it good stuff? I mean, they have to have a level of greatness in order for him to be such a revered creator. But like for me, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen, like I played the Phantom, the what was the prequel, the little thing for Phantom Pain. It was the Metal Gear Solid 5 what the stupid thing. I played like an hour of it. I was like, I don't care about this game at all because I have no interest, or I have no know anything about Metal Gear. So I'm like, I mean, I heard there was some other game, like Snatcher, I think was a game he made back in the day. I was like, I'm more interested in something like that. Remake that. You know, give me a Blade Runner type joint. Tigerless says, it will probably be. Sorry, I have a headache. It will probably be. It's kind of like a migraine, but I don't like saying that word. It will probably have a confusing plot. Plots in Kojima games tend to be bizarre, confusing, and not make sense sometimes. Maybe due to how badly the game was translated. That can't be true. I mean, he's pretty much American, only in the fact that he doesn't speak English fluently. But he's a Western mindset, so I'm sure he can get somebody to translate it correctly. But how would he know if he doesn't? Yeah, that's a little tricky, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know, cause okay, so I was playing Sea of Thieves with Ted and Sub-Z and Matto the first time, and we got to the Megalodon, and it whooped our butts. And so last weekend we did it again. No, it wasn't. No, it was during the week. I think it was Friday or something. But it wasn't Matto. It was Colton. And so we were there, and it was us on the galleon, us four on the galleon, and then we had another galleon with I think another 3 or 4, and then we had a sloop, and we all 3 of our ships were like in a triangle, and the shark was coming, and we like and we were killing it, and we hitting it with the thing. Billy OK says Yakuza can do it. Yeah, I think Yakuza has a more coherent and fun type of game environment. So, and because its lineage is from Shenmue, and that kind of started it off, what kind of game Yakuza ends up being. Its roots are from Shenmue. Like the Shenmue crew basically moved over from Shenmue and said, let's do Yakuza now because, you know, frickin' Yu Suzuki's out of his mind or whatever, so we're going to make our own game. But yeah, so I think Yakuza is probably something I can get into. Because of the lineage, and because if I wanted some little bit of goofy Japanese flavoring for my games, I think that's where I could get it. There's a lot of games out there that are like, oh, I like Japanese games or Japanese RPGs because they're goofy and the sense of humor, and that's why I like anime. But I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. I think it's charming sometimes, but all the time, no. I'm from New York. I'm a Western dude. I appreciate what Yu Suzuki did in the '80s when he emulated Western games and took his his technical prowess or intelligence or experience to make games like Afterburner and Outrun, Galaxy Force. I don't know if that's a Western. Space Harrier is not a Western type of game. It was from a anime. I forgot what it was called, Star Blaster or something. And literally, they ripped off the exact character of Space Harrier from that character and just made a game out of it. I was like, okay, that's how they do it in Japan. But so I don't count that, even though it's still kind of close to the super scalar games of Afterburner, Outrun, Power Drift. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I think about the vast sea, the ocean of different type of genres, different type of games, different type of players, and some people just play first-person shooters. Some people just play WoW. Some people just play League of Legends. Some people just play Call of Duty. Some people try to just play Destiny, but Bungie screwed everybody, so nobody play that no more. It's such a shame. Because Bungie is a very competent to excellent, I say competent to excellent dev team, because they make games that feel good to play, but they're idiots because they're trying. Look, you could say it was Activision, but whoever coded it to put it in the game to make it happen, I would say that that's a Bungie employee, because it's the part of the team code make game. So you know what? It's on them. They could have said, "Nah, we don't want to do all this crazy stuff behind the scenes to make it harder for people to level up or blah blah blah." All the stuff, all the evil. I'm gonna say evil stuff they did in the background of Destiny to make it, and then people found out and it was like, "What?" See, today is different. Like the landscape now is different, because before, back in the Super Nintendo days, Sega Genesis days, all that stuff, even the first Xbox and PlayStation 2. They didn't have, even in the 360 PS3, this just happened this generation, where people are data mining these games and finding out what is going on here, what's going on there. They're looking at these games under a microscope, and they're like, yo, this is what they did. They go on YouTube, they go on wherever, Twitter, like, yo, Bungie's full of shit. They're doing this, boycott time. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, some of it is like Justice Warrior, social justice warrior type of scenarios, which is, whatever, but still, when it's applicable, like when a social justice warrior comes out and says, yo, Bungie's trying to screw us, boycott time, that's justified because they were trying to screw us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so glad that I didn't get invested into Destiny, because first, I mean, I played the beta, and then I played demo, exactly the same thing. Then I played the beta of Destiny 2. It was very well, feels good shooter, but if that's the whole game, then it's the same thing with Sea of Thieves. Like, oh man, it feels good. You walk around, do this and then that. But if that's the whole game, what else is there? There needs to be a little bit more. And the thing about Sea of Thieves, getting back to that, is that Sea of Thieves is not about, oh, you're a single player and you're doing this and you're going on a story. There's a campaign. There's a big story that you have to follow. That's not what that game is. This game is an open world pirate game where you are supposed to get with your friends and do these things. And the Megalodon is a perfect example of what Sea of Thieves is, because you cannot beat the Megalodon with 4 people. You need 5 people to play the shanty at a certain spot in the ocean. I think it was T26. And when you do that, you have these tattoos, the shark tattoos that you get from Merrick on the island, Shark Bait Cove, and they glow, and you're like, oh, we're glowing. We got it. The Megalodon's coming. And then it jumps up in the ocean, like jumps out of the ocean. And it crashes down, and it's on, and the music changes. Like, I was like, yeah. Yeah, we beat the Megalodon. We beat it. I was like, oh, so good. it was so satisfying because it's massive. Because you're like, where is it? Where is it? Oh no! And we had the sloop, right? The sloop was like, oh, it doesn't attack the sloop. It started attacking the sloop, and it's way bigger than the sloop. And it was like, oh no, Sloopy. We're like, Sloopy, no, stop, Sloopy, Sloopy. And so, and then when we're in the middle of the battle of the Megalodon, another sloop, an enemy sloop, a troll sloop, basically came up and tried to sink us. They put a barrel, explosive barrel under our ship and blew like the side off. And so I'm like in the underneath, patching it up, and Sub-Z and Tedekin are bailing and bailing, and so we could, stay afloat. And then I think it was Tedekin. It rammed into us, and then Tedekin immediately shot it and sank it. But he was still alive, so he jumped out but we ended up killing him, I think. And we did it. It took a while, but we did it. I was like, oh, was it about 10 minutes? 10 to, it's about 10 minutes, I think. A 10-minute battle with the Megalodon. It was fun. And it was fun because it was me, Ted, Sub-Z, Colton, plus the other 4, plus I think another 2 on the sloop. So it was like 10 of us fighting this thing. And you can only have 4, the 4 of us were a crew. So it's no friendly damage in Sea of Thieves. So if you're green, you're good. You can shoot and you won't hurt. But the other players that were off the other ships, they're not part of our crew, so we can damage them if we shoot them accidentally. And that's what happened, because the troll sloop dudes came on our ship and they were like killing us and trying to like stop us from sinking. And then one of the other people from the other galleon came on to help us, and Tedekin shot him by accident. He's like, and he shot him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I shoot you by accident. If I shot you, I'm sorry. I thought you were the enemy. It was so funny. And some of them didn't have microphones, but it was fine. We still figured it out. So it's preferable to have a microphone, even if you're not going to talk a lot, just in case you need to say something. Then So, but I'm telling you, man, Sea of Thieves has the making to be an awesome, excellent game for a long time, because what the Megalodon showed me is like, oh, this game isn't about just going out and being a bastard pirate. It's about, the way that it happens is Merrick, he's on Shark Bait Cove. I think that's where he's at. And he's on the beach and he's playing the shanty. You have to learn the shanty. First, you have to find his journals in a couple of spots, and then you find the journals. You read the journals. You go from blah 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 blah, and then you go back. You get the tattoo, and then you get the way you get the shanty is that he plays it. Whenever somebody's playing a shanty, you start playing your instrument and you'll play along, and then you take that to the ship, and then the people on the ship play it, and then they get. And so you have to hold the shanty. You have to keep playing the shanty until you get to the spot on the map, which is not close. So it's like, 5 minutes or so to go from Merrick to the shanty, to the spot where the Megalodon spawns. So yeah, it's definitely it's not like it's so crazy, I can do it all by myself. No, you need teamwork. You need people outside your team. You have to make friends. And I'm not like the super social type, but I was like, you know what? I know Sub-Z, I know Tedekin, now I know Colton. I never played with him before, but he was on my list for a while. And this is what Sea of Thieves is at the core. Is about a bunch of people in a community teaming up, and then when the trolls come, we all gang up and like, no, we're trying to be nice and have fun, and the troll comes and try to be a troll, and we wax poetic with our guns and with our swords and such. So yeah, and the thing is like, so the Megalodon is one thing. If you look, there's paintings all over the islands, and the paintings depict there's like a giant mermaid thing. I don't know what that is. Maybe Ursula from The Little Mermaid. But even though she was an octopus lady, there's giant crabs. So I'm like, there's got to be a giant crab. So that might be like a land-based mission or fight. The Megalodon was in the ocean, so that one might be a land, which is cool too, where you can have a boat. Depending on the island, you can have a boat in the water shooting cannons in, and then you can have people on the ground, shooting up. It's a whole bunch of different, and the way that the map is, it's like it's sea. and there's little islands dotted, and some islands are huge, but there's a whole underwater because it like the part of the megalodon mission was to go underwater. There's an underwater kind of temple or altar basically where one of his diaries are. And I'm like, oh yeah, if you think about it, they can put a whole Atlantis underwater basically, and that could be another. The way that they can expand this game is ridiculous, and I just can't wait. And I'm glad they regularly kind of updated it and stuff. It gives us a reason to go back, and it feels good. It's fun when you get something like, yeah, we did it, and it died. And the thing is, I recorded a clip. It died, and then it's floating, and I think the eyes still move. It's kind of weird. And then 10 sharks spawned and just messed us up. I was like, man, where'd all these sharks come from? I just wanted to swim around the megalodon and look at it and stuff, but nah, the sharks just came and messed us up. And I'm like, man, there needs to be like underwater armor or something, or I don't know, a dive suit, or a shield, a water shark repellent. I don't know. It's good. So yeah, we beat that, and I'm waiting for. I kind of look forward to like the YouTube update. We make fun of them, of the guys, because they're like, oh yes, and it's funny. Tedekin and Subsea kind of do. It's fun, making fun of the rare guys. But you think about like, okay, I mean, you think about like on the PS4, it's like, yeah, they got God of War, but once you're done with there's a certain point in God of War where you're done. You can't do nothing else in God of War, right? It could be 50 hours, whatever. I'm not even close to being a legendary pirate. I'm 17, and 19 as far as my levels. You have to be 50 in all. I'm not even halfway there. And I did a skeleton fort with them, and I did the megalodon. Although you don't get anything for the megalodon, but I did one skeleton fort, and that took a while too. And I was like, oh. So if I do more skeleton forts, I could probably get to 50 relatively soon. But I'd rather do it organically and just kind of have fun. Yeah, and Game Pass is worth the money. If you don't have Game Pass, get it. It's only $10 a month. I was like, okay, wait a second. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I got Game Pass. I don't. I got it. It's only $10. Oh, whatever. I'll play. And then State of Decay 2 came out. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not really into zombie games. I'll play it. And I was like, okay, I kind of like the game, but the problem is, like, the games I like are usually story-focused games, like God of War, right? But games like State of Decay, games like Sea of Thieves, they're not story-based games. They have lore, and they have missions, and they have certain objectives, but they're not super narrative. So they're different type of games. Games that I tend to not gravitate to, but me not playing them before is just, or me not liking them as much before is just a factor of me not playing them as much. And so, like, playing Minecraft, I kind of got it's this open world. You just kind of not make your own fun, but you have in your mind, you say, okay, today I feel like just going to get some chickens, some pigs, and some snakes. Just doing that. I don't feel like fighting. I don't feel like digging up stuff. No riddles. Just want to catch some stuff. Excuse. So you could do that. Or I feel like fighting some skeletons, sniping some fools. And there's different, I said this before, there's different rules to each skeleton. There's like 4 or 5 different types of skeletons. So the gold skeletons, I believe, is it sunlight or water? No. It's water. Right, if they're in the water, I can't remember. It's a bunch of different rules that they become weaker when they're in the water. So you shoot them and then boom. Some become stronger in the water. Some are like ghost skeletons, so you need to shine a light on them for them to materialize, and then you can kill them. It's a whole bunch of little things, little details that make up a great game that people poo-poo them. People shite on it, And so, I mean, that's kind of the environment that we're in this generation. And what I'm seeing is that, Death Stranding already got a pass. Regardless of what the game is. Y'all don't even know what the game is, but it's already the greatest game ever made, right? So I'm like, hold up. What if it's hot garbage? What if Hideo Kojima swings and misses this time? What if he's so far out there crazy that it's just no, don't get it. It's dumb, right? People are saying, "Oh, is Metal Gear Solid Zero?" I'm like, okay, it can't be that, of course. First, because he doesn't own Metal Gear, so you need to stop saying that. Uh, I mean, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is one thing that I'm interested in because the pedigree is there. Because the first game was excellent, you know. And like I said, Hideo probably has the same, pedigree. I mean, has the same pedigree, not probably, but I didn't have any attachment to his games because I really, really never liked them or got into them or anything. Granted, I didn't play all through anything. It's just I'm just talking about specifically gameplay, not like a crazy story or this and that, or this snake is a clone of the Big Boss. I don't care. Story wise, I'm sure it's crazy, but I'm just talking about gameplay. And that's there's the distinction, because you can have excellent gameplay with no story, and it's an awesome game, like Destiny, like PUBG, like Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is good. Like State of Decay, no story at all. It's just missions and objectives. And I don't know if I'm gonna play it anymore. It's a cool game, and it's not a $60 game. That's another thing. People are like, oh, it's garbage, blah blah blah. Like, it's a $40 game, or 50. I think it's 40. No, it's 30. I'm sorry. It's a $30 game. I mean, I got Game Pass, so I got it for free. I didn't get it for free. It's just part of the sub. And that's why Game Pass is dope, because it's like, yo, I got Game Pass. I'm gonna get Forza. Like, Forza's coming out, right? I'm gonna get it anyway, but I'm gonna have it on Game Pass, so I'll probably buy the physical copy, but I'll have it on Game Pass, so I don't actually have to put the game in my. See, this is a perfect example of what Microsoft was trying to do in 2013, but they kind of messed up the messaging and stuff. Game Pass is literally what they were trying to do, where you don't need to have the physical disc in the console to play the games. So Game Pass is your library. So you pay $10 a month to have access to your library digitally, so you don't have to have all these discs, basically. And you can go in and you can buy it, for a discount. Actually, I think it's 10 or 20% discount on the game. So if I buy it through Game Pass digitally on the Xbox, I can get it. I think I might actually do that if I can't find it cheaper physically. And it's like Sea of Thieves, right? I got Sea of Thieves first. I installed it off of the disc, right? And so it's in my Xbox, and then I got the X, right? And so I flipped it. No, wait. No, that's not true. I had I installed it off the disc on my X, and I was like, no, and then Bridget, we were watching a movie or something, so we put it in another disc, and I had gotten Game Pass at that point, so I never put the disc back in. I just used the Game Pass version, basically. I still own the game, but I can use a license from Game Pass to play the game. So it's like I paid $10 a month in order to have that Steam kind of digital library, and it's good. I'm not gonna say, oh man, that's too much. No, it's not too much money. If you want to break it down per day, what is that? 33 cents a day? I don't do math very well. Wow. So let's figure this out real quick. Calculator. So 10 divided by, let's just say 30. Yeah. 33 cents a day for having us. So $10 a month, which is nothing. It's $120 a year, but people are spending $120 on Prime. And yeah, you get the videos and stuff, but then you get free shipping. So I guess if you buy a lot of stuff from Amazon, it's cool, but you gotta buy stuff from it. So if you're already buying a lot of stuff from Amazon, yeah, it's cool. Sony doesn't have anything like Game Pass. I don't know if they can actually do something like Game Pass because it requires servers. And yes, they buy servers from Microsoft and Amazon and whoever else, but Microsoft is in a special position where they have server farms. They have Azure, so they can do something like Game Pass and not have to pay Amazon for servers. They're doing it's all them, so they're making all that. Every $10 is coming to them for, of course, to run the servers and stuff. But they don't have to cut out. They don't have to have a piece going to any second, third party stuff going on. You know what I mean? And I heard that there's third party games showing up on Game Pass day and date of the release. They're doing deals like that. So I don't remember what game it is. It's a game coming. I think it might be no, not Vanquish 2. I'm sorry. I don't remember what game it is, but it's one that's coming out, I guess, this year sometime. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, that's cool. You know, and it's just another not excuse, but another reason to buy Game Pass or to Sorry, Kaiju, I wasn't looking. My bad. Spider-Man has no swear words and he don't have M is for sex and gore. Yeah. What's this game called? P of Thieves. Ha ha. Got jokes. But sorry, I wasn't I wasn't paying attention. That was like 10 minutes ago. My bad, Kaiju, my bad. But the Sea of Thieves is dope. And don't be sad, PlayStation people, because you don't have a Sea of Thieves. Rare still got it. You'd be like, oh, Rare sucks now because all the people left Rare. And know what they did? They went and they made Yooka-Laylee. Tell me how good Yooka-Laylee is. Yooka-Laylee is hot garbage because all they did was make Banjo-Kazooie, I can't talk, and nobody wants that game anymore. You can't make old games with prettier graphics and expect people to be like, oh, this is awesome. It doesn't work. Why do you think God of War changed it up? Because if they made the same as God of War Ascension with better graphics, it would be not as good. Period. So, yeah. So when people are crying about, oh, see it, or Rare doesn't, they need to go back and do the game, grabbed by the ghoulies. Like, no, don't do that. No. Kaiju said, dude, Sea of Thieves is on PC. We can play it too. We don't need Xbox One. Sure. I think Game Pass is on PC as well. The thing is, Kaiju, I'm not trying to sell you or anyone on buying an Xbox. I'm talking about I ain't saying nothing about Xbox. I'm talking about the game that you can't play on PlayStation. That's what I'm talking about. You can play it on PC, which is a Windows PC. It's not a PlayStation PC. It's not a Sony PC. It's Windows. Who makes Windows? Microsoft. What else does Microsoft make? Xbox? That's just a coincidence. But the added benefit of having a PC with Windows on is that you can play these exclusive Xbox games on your PC as well. Isn't that great? Can't do that with the PS, with Sony. They're greedy. It's like, oh man, I wish I could play God of War on a PC. It would run so much better. And that's the truth, actually. It'd be 120 frames per second. People will put 29 cards in. I'm running God of War at 1,000 frames per second. Look at this. But you can't do that. Because Sony's like, nope. We don't care about the gamer. We're gonna make exclusive. Man, I want more people to buy the PlayStation because that's the only card we got to play right now. They let go of their PC. They were making PCs. They could have been like, all right, if they were smart, they could have been like this. All right, we got PCs. We don't want to deal with Microsoft no more. Let's make our own operating system, make it compatible with PlayStation PC, boom. But what did they do? They dropped their PCs. They said, nope, we're not making them no more. See you later. They're still making phones for some reason. I don't know why. But they're not making PCs anymore. So they gave up on gamers. They gave up on PC gamers. They're like, nah, we're good. You know? That's their bad. You know? I mean, I don't know why they would do that. They're literally, they could have, if they would have made an excellent OS that rivals Windows and Linux or whatever, it would have probably been Linux based. But if they would have made something that was proprietary, like Sony, this is Sony's OS, you know, we made it, or you know, comparable to iOS stuff. You know, it takes time to do it, yes, but they have, I would assume they have the resources. Why wouldn't they do that? You know, they want to be in competition Right now, they're in competition on one front. Most of their business is revolving around the success of PlayStation right now. That's bad. They got all their eggs in one basket right now. They're losing ground on TVs because everybody and their mamas making TVs better than Sony or close enough. Remember when I said, "Oh, the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's the good enough console." Guess what? Everybody else is making, oh, it's good enough. It's a good enough 4K TV. It's good enough. You don't need to, add $1,000, $2,000 because it says Sony on the front of it. No, I'm gonna get a TCL and be like, yo, what's up, China? Thanks for the TV. Blam. And guess what? TCL, they make their own everything. They don't get screens from Samsung and this. No, they make everything themselves. So, think about that. I think Sony uses Samsung screens. I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that I don't think Sony makes their own screens. But, that's a little minutiae. That doesn't matter. The point is that the same thing that's happening in the video game system where Sony's benefiting, it's happening to Sony in the television sector where it's hurting them. And so, I mean, the tides are going to come in, and is Sony going to be on top forever? Doubt it. I doubt it highly because I don't think they know how to go forward because VR is dead in the water. I said this before. I said nope, VR's not. Nope. And where are we today? VR, it's fun. It's a fun little gimmick, but it's not. All the studios that went and spent all this money to develop and do the stuff on VR losing money because nobody's buying their games. Because VR is like, it's a cute little trick, but you're not gonna sit there for 29 hours with the thing on your head because the technology is not there yet, and especially with the PSVR, it's hot garbage. I mean, the Oculus Go is way better than the PSVR, and it's freaking wireless, self-contained. So the PSVR is in trouble. Kaiju says Sony do their own thing. 99% of the time, I disagree with them when they make stuff. Oh, I can't see that. What does that say? It's just when they take stuff away, but I don't think they need PC gamers at all. And Sony has a movie company. They good. Yeah. Just a few years ago, the head of Microsoft was trying to dump Xbox. Huh? Oh, dump Xbox. VR is not dead at all. You make stuff up. No. I'm not making stuff up. Just because you believe in it doesn't mean, oh, yeah, I believe in Chupacabra. It doesn't exist. Look, I say dead is an exaggeration, of course. But they said VR is not meeting market expectations. They expected it to blow up. Did not. That's what I'm saying. It's dead. It's not going to be the big, huge thing that everyone thought it would be until a product comes out where it's wireless, I would say self-contained or self-contained with the ability to stream from consoles, PCs, and is mad cheap. $99, stream from your PC, let's do it. That's it. I mean, it's at 200 right now. So they're getting there. But PSVR is, it sold the most. But if you're looking at all VR and what's happening in the VR space, nobody cares about VR. Nobody cares about VR. Where's my proof? Go Google Sony's, I think it was a quarterly meeting or whatever it was. They were talking about, we're going to concentrate, when they're talking about the end of the PlayStation 4 life cycle or whatever. I think it was after that. And they're saying, oh, well, we're going to concentrate on services and making money off of subscriptions and stuff. Now you don't care about unit sales? See what I'm saying, Sony? Man, see? Y'all like, yeah, Sony's winning. Yeah, they winning. Yeah, guess what? They're about to flip the script on y'all, and they're about to throw VR. I mean, some people say, oh, the PS Vita is not dead. Okay. It's in the grave. They just didn't throw the dirt on yet. They're just waiting. Like, still raining. Let's wait till the storm passes before we throw the dirt on. Because they just stopped. They just stopped physical protection of the cartridges. Sony did. What does that tell you? It's kind of dead. So Vita's dead. I mean, it's not technically dead. They didn't say, "Oh, we're not doing Vita anymore." But, and when I say dead, like I said, it's an exaggeration on the market isn't doing what they thought it would do. It's just like when people say, "Oh, Han Solo's dead. Han Solo's a failure." I'm like, well, they literally made 2 movies and scrapped the first one to make the second one. So if you want to think about budgetary, like, oh, it didn't make its money back because it cost $300 million to make because they had to scrap the first version of the movie. Yeah, it's a failure. But is it a good movie? Yes, it's a good movie. It's enjoyable. It's like, oh, that was fun. Yeah, cool. You know, better than The Phantom Menace. Just saying. There's only like 2 things good about The Phantom Menace. Darth Maul and the pod racers. And Qui-Gon. One of those things is in Solo. Won't tell you who. Well, I just told you who. Well, I said it last week. Doesn't matter. Anyway, but yeah, don't get so upset about my opinion about VR because it's not. I want VR to be part of gaming. They just don't. They haven't got it right yet. They need to work it out. They need to work it out. I think they need I think Google Glass was the first. Granted, it was AR, but it was the first step in the right direction. And now all these giant headsets, that's the wrong direction because that's what happened in the 90s, and it failed then too. So, I mean, literally, history is repeating itself right now. History dictates that nobody wants these big giant things on their heads. You know, and it's price prohibitive. So, you know, that's all I'm saying. Because you said Sony has a new controller coming out for it. They have more games coming out. They're making a new screen too. They show signs VR is not dead. They're trying to keep it alive. It's like in a coma. VR's in a coma. Oh yeah, okay. VR's not dead. VR's in a coma. Okay? You're right. VR's in a coma. But the problem with what Sony's doing with VR is wrong because they're still relying on the cameras. If they switch to inside-out tracking, then I'll be like, all right, Sony's on the right page. They're going in the right direction. Nobody wants to buy cameras and set up satellites and have a dedicated space for VR. Nobody wants that. They want, you put on a hat, you're good to go. That's it. Simple, easy. And if that's wireless, boom. And if it's cheaper too, boom, boom. It's too many wires, too many things you need. It's just too much. It's not easy to hook up. It's not easy to use. It's not quick. All these things. I mean, the experience is there. It is the worst experience, but it's there. And if you want to be like a fanboy, if you want to be like, oh, Sony's the best, so PSVR has to be good, you could say that. The actual fact is that PSVR is the worst VR out there on the market. Basically, we're not counting the phone VR. That does not count. Kaji says VR is so right. You need to put that phone or VR down and try the bigger stuff. No, I'm not. I tried the Oculus. Oculus was cool, but it's limited. So, and the Oculus is actually better than PSVR. So I'm like, if this is Oculus, I can imagine how bad PSVR is. And I've seen the Drive Club VR. I'm like, these people make awesome games. Drive Club VR looks like hot garbage. That looks like a PS3 game. That looks like an Xbox 360 game. Why does this game look so hot garbagey? This is PSVR. This is PSVR. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Sony, the guys that remove anything if there's a little hint that it's not doing well. So now they want to keep the dead thing on. Vita, yeah. PSVR is a gyro. Has a gyro in it, yeah. You and play it now without the cam. Oh, you can play it now without the cam. Try it before you trash it. How you gonna play? Kaijudo. The way that inside-out tracking works is not with gyroscopes, okay? It's with cameras. The cameras map the room. When you put, I'm going to trash it because I know about the technology. I'm not talking, I didn't try it, so it's garbage. No. if you're using the camera like Oculus or Vive or PSVR, the camera's tracking you. When you're inside out, like the Windows stuff, it maps your room. So you're an object in the space because you have the thing that creates the space around you. So before you start with Windows VR, whatever it's called, it tells you, find the perimeter of your room, walk around the perimeter of your room with the headset on so it can create a map. And then that's your play space. You're not dedicated to a 6x9 square that the camera tells you is, and you have no control over it unless you adjust the camera. It's a pain in the ass. Because you could play Kaijudo. When you play the games that don't use the camera, you're probably sitting down, aren't you? You can't stand up and walk around. Why? Because the camera can't track you. Come on, son, stop playing. You know. Stop being foolish. Stop pretending like you know what the hell you don't know what you're talking about right now. Right now is the part where you're wrong and I'm right. I have these games. Put it on PSVR. Listen, Kaijudo. How the technology, I'm explaining to you how the technology works because I don't think you understand. You must be sitting down because if you're walking around without a camera, how is it? Do this. Is there a game where you walk around in PSVR? That's a good question. If there's a game where you need to walk around in PSVR and the camera needs to track you, what's that game? Farpoint? Is it Farpoint? Well, whatever. Name me a game that does that and do an experiment for me so you can prove me wrong. A game that tracks you with the camera, yeah? Get that game, put it on, unplug your camera, and then play the game. See, and then you tell me how that works. You tell me how that works out for you. Just humor me, because I want to be proven wrong, because I don't know how the PSVR works. Because a gyro is just as good as a camera. I'm just saying. If that's the case, then you could just use your Move controller, right? Because that has a gyro in it, don't it? It's actually an accelerometer. It's not a gyro. But, same difference, right? The gyro is the same as an accelerometer, right? I'm just saying. You could just put an accelerometer in the Hubble Space Telescope, and it'd be fine, right? That's how that works, right? Oh, now you're changing your story now. Kaijudo says, I didn't say all games don't use the camera. I said they have games that... My point is, Kaijudo... Yes, there are games that don't use the camera. My point is that it is an inferior system. And I'm not just picking on PSVR. Oculus, not the Oculus Go. I believe Oculus Go is inside out. But Oculus and Vive, the previous versions that use the camera, are the same. They're inferior because of what it is. That's one of the reasons why I say those versions are dead. Now, if Sony switches to inside out, then they're keeping up with the Joneses. Then they could be like, all right, cool. We don't need the camera no more. Literally, you don't need the camera but PSVR right now. So if they eliminate that need for the camera, then that's something else they don't have to manufacture. Nobody's buying it anyway, right? So that's good for them. Didn't change anything you bought. All right, Kaija, whatever. I'm just saying. There's a better thing out there, and you're just like, I like this whack stuff. It's cool, because you don't need the camera when you're playing Uno. Like, I guess you're right. I don't know. You used to use the camera during Uno, but that was the bad stuff. Yeah. I'm just saying. Nobody's talking about VR. Look, last year, did they even talk about VR last year? What happened to Riggs? Didn't they close that studio down? This is what I'm talking about. There's signs that say, hey, if VR was so in there, you know what I mean? Sony would not have closed down the Riggs studio. One, you don't close down studios when, oh, man, this is hot. We on the cutting edge. We making all the money. They don't shut down studios when stuff is making the money. That's one sign that VR is... Now, there are studios out there that have smaller teams working on stuff, yeah, because they don't want it to die, and I appreciate that. But it needs to grow before it can blossom and mature. Right now, depending on what version 2 of the PSVR is, assuming that they use the same tech, making another controller does not solve the problem of the camera. That's what I'm saying. And they need to. It's like if you had your phone and all they had was flip phones and they never went to the touchscreen. It was just all, oh man, no touchscreens. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the old phone. This is the new phone. You don't need to have keys. You just to touch it. This is the new version. Get with the program. And Oculus Go is kind of an example of that. Is that Oculus? Yeah, Oculus Go. Even though it's self-contained, like I said, if they can stream to Oculus Go and it's wireless, and it's like it's a really good screen on there. The two screens, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I'm like, that's kind of the future, because you can already stream to like PlayStation PlayStation to PCs and Xbox to PC. So why couldn't you stream from PC or Xbox to, a headset? That it's just a video, right? And you do get some lag, but I mean, you get a fast enough network, Wi-Fi, it should work. So it's just a matter of time. And with the camera, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna. If you're gonna stream from like your PlayStation to a headset wirelessly, the camera is gonna introduce more lag, I think, right? I would think it would cause more lag. Well, would that cause more lag, or would the headsets cause more? Well, once they map the room, they can cache that, I guess. They could cache that as the environment, and then it would just be there. I don't know. It's interesting. But I like how the inside out stuff is working. I'm like, yeah, it sounds more better. Less wires. I think is it lighter? It might not be lighter. It might be around the same. But I mean, as time goes on, the stuff will get better. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, if PlayStation makes a better controller, that's fine, because that can be compatible with anything they do as far as changing the headset. Those are separate things. So that's cool, because the Move controllers suck. They are the worst VR controllers. It's part of what makes PlayStation VR the worst VR experience. You might have some exclusive stuff on it. That doesn't make it good. It just makes it exclusive hot garbage, because you can't play it anywhere else. You can't play it on something that's superior. And that's on Sony. That's Sony's way of like, hey, you got to buy our garbage because we don't want to sell any more units on other stuff. Or we want to sell this hot garbage to you. That's kind of, it's part of business, but it's also anti-consumer when you're like, okay, look, there's these things out there. I mean, granted, I don't think there are some no, I think everything that came out of PSVR is pretty much PC stuff, unless it's like a certain mode like Drive Club. I don't think it's PC. I think that's just PS4 Pro. So yeah, I mean, that's just Sony's business model. We'll see if it works long term. I don't know. I mean, Game Pass has been blowing up. I think, did they give numbers? I think it was just about players playing. I think it was like 2 million players playing. At the same time. I don't remember the word. Wow. Yeah. Sorry, I must have had like something super headache migraine thing, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But I mean, honestly, anybody who's like anticipating the VR news at E3, I don't think that's a thing. I don't think anybody's like, oh man, I can't wait to see what they say about VR. Nah. What they're waiting for is Death Stranding. Might be the number one thing. Spider-Man, another trailer. We'll see. I think they're showing a little too much of Spider-Man. And so, like, we know what the game looks like now. So, it's like, okay, that's what the game looks like. And you're showing all the stuff. Yeah, so where are the surprises? Where's the dope stuff? That's the problem with showing so much. That's the problem with saying, oh, our game's going to be out in 4 years. We're going to show you trailers for 3 of them. It's like, I seen your game. Do I need to play it now? I mean, I don't know. And God of War is cool, but honestly, the thing about God of War now, God of War 2018, is that This is why I said before, oh, it doesn't deserve a 10. I mean, I guess it does. I'd say a 9 something. But now I keep hearing people like, oh, yeah, God of War, oh, this sucks about God of War. Just they weren't saying none of that when it first came out, but now people playing it, and they say, okay, yeah, this is garbage. The UI is garbage, da-da-da. There's certain things about it. I'm like, well, how does this get a 10 if all these things are kind of not good about the game? You know? You don't ignore the good. You don't know. You don't ignore the bad stuff about a game to give it a 10. Yeah, you have to calculate. You have to put all these things together. That's not how math works. But they do that because I don't know. I think 9 would have been perfect for it. I think it's probably the best God of War game, but I don't know if it deserves whatever tens or so many tens. I don't. That's more fanboy stuff that's happening. And in retrospect, I think if they rescore it a year from now, it'll be lower. It'd be 9. It'd be equal to like the best God of War from back in the day, probably. And some people are like, yeah, I missed the old God of War where you could jump. It's like, yeah, that's kind of true. But, they decided to do that stuff. I haven't been drawing. Sorry, I'm not drawing anything. I'm just have the yeah, I think I'll probably during the week I'll draw without talking because I can't draw and talk, especially not now with my brain melting. But anyway, like Microsoft, I think Microsoft has a couple more surprises in there because everybody's like, oh my God, Microsoft got to bring it. Microsoft got to bring it. What they got? They ain't saying nothing. They ain't got nothing. They ain't got no games, right? I mean, they're using that to their advantage because now they can be like, yo, check out Fable. Boom. And if the rumors are true and Playground is working on Fable, open world, oh, hell to the yes. Playground game knows how to make a game. They made Forza Horizon awesome. They've gotten better every game. I'm like, yo, I want to see them make a Fable game. That would be crazy. Man, because they can make an open world. The Forza Horizon open world, especially 3, the open world of Forza Horizon is awesome. For a racing game, is crazy nice. So, that's, yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm kind of hyped for Playground Games Fable. Yes, please, thank you. Anything Halo. I mean, they've been kind of going on a crazy journey with Halo with the arcade game, which is an ODST based game. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's smart because they're pandering to different markets. So that's that's Dave and Buster market right there, exclusive to Dave and Buster. How much money are they gonna make off of that? I don't know. How many Dave and Busters are there in the country, and how much are they selling each cabinet for? It's got to be a couple grand. $2 or $3 grand because it's like a 4-player huge ass 11-foot cabinet. It's got to be money. I think it's two LCDs side by side, something like that. So it's got to be some cash. I mean, what's running them? That's the question. It's probably a PC. I would assume it's a custom PC or something cheap. It'd be crazy if there were. It can't be Xboxes in there. Well, actually, it could be. If they put, I was gonna say 2 Xbox One X's. Yeah, I guess they can make a custom board. But they're doing that. Supposedly they're doing something with Master Chief Collection. I mean, maybe they're adding a Battle Royale version in there with Forge. That would be ridiculous if you got Forge, right? And you got that, like, you can make your own Battle Royale maps with Forge. That sounds bananas, right? And then I guess you submit it, and then they could curate it and say, yeah, okay, it works. And then just put it up as a library of maps, and you could and that would be like, how would that work? Because everybody would make crazy stupid maps. I guess it would have to be curated. Yeah. But that would be cool because you have all kind of crazy different maps, and then you can start up. I don't know. That'd be interesting if they do something like that. They curate it, and you get the star system. People vote for it, and then the most stars get, I don't know, if they're good, I guess. That'd be interesting, yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting just to have Halo Battle Royale because I don't know if that engine. I mean, that's probably why they're taking the time now. If they're not, I mean, they're working on 6 obviously, but if they're doing this as well, That's why they're taking extra years to come out with like a Halo 6 proper. Is that they're working on a battle royale. Like, how are we gonna get this to work? So they take some time to get it to work. You know, with some sort of at 60 frames per second. I mean, it's possible. It would probably look like Halo 1 on the freaking OG Xbox, but it could work. It'd definitely be a downgrade in graphics, but yeah, I think it could work. That'd be interesting. I mean, the Battlefield. I mean, the Call of Duty battle royale is interesting too. But if they don't have a lot of like, if they have, I don't know, 50 would be all right. But anything less, or 64, I guess it would be multiples of 4 or 8. But if they have anything less than that, I'm like, what's the this is just, last man standing or whatever. It's the same thing except less people and a bigger map. So they need to have the player count. That's what makes Fortnite and PUBG so, yeah, 100 people. Boom. Okay, let's go. I mean, it will work for 80 too if the gunplay and the gameplay is super dope, nice. Then yeah, it'll work too. But it's not the same because PUBG, specifically PUBG, is not just running around crazy shooting. It's sneaking around. You're listening to sounds. You're hearing gunshots in the distance. Like, oh, somebody's shooting at somebody. And you can hear the where it comes from directionally. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go away from there, and then you gotta go and get your weapons and stuff. It's more to PUBG than just shooting. And just like there's more to Fortnite, and Fortnite has the building and stuff, which is another element, which makes it unique. So I think Fortnite will be there forever. PUBG will be there because of the nature of its suspenseful gameplay. I don't know if Call of Duty can do the same. Yeah, it's not that type of game. They've built Call of Duty as a run and gun, crazy hyper game. That's not what Fortnite is. That's not what PUBG is. So Battlefield might be able to do that because it's a little bit slower. It's a little bit paced. So yeah, I'm interested. I am interested to see what happens with those games and those modes. Crackdown 3. Well, I heard there was a delay, but I don't know. Well, it was delayed to 2019, I think. But I don't know. I am curious about Crackdown because they took an extra year, and that's like, wait a second, another year? So I don't know what that. I don't know what that means. Like, what does it mean for? I don't know. I'm super curious. There's so many question marks I have for like the Microsoft side. Sony side, I have a few. Like, what's the gameplay of whatchamacallit? Death Stranding? But other than that, everything else is kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah, we know, yeah, yeah, yeah. You showed that 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Stop it. So that's where the curiosity and not the hype, but the curiosity, and they're like, oh man, I wonder what they're gonna do. I wonder what Microsoft's gonna do. It's not like I wonder what Sony's gonna do. We already know what Sony's gonna do until the end of time, until the PlayStation 5 comes out. They're not coming out with any new games. They're not announcing any new games. Let's say that first party, because if they are, they're gonna be PlayStation 5 because it's gonna take 5 years to make a good game. See God of War. Just saying. See Gran Turismo Sport, even though that game is not good, or it's not the best. I'm not gonna say it's not good. I'm gonna say Gran Turismo Sport is not the best racing game. And that's a shame because they were the kings and they lost the crown. So, and is what happened to Gran Turismo as a franchise going to happen to PlayStation? That's the question. It's like, if you can't evolve and be greater than what you are right now, how will you continue to be on top? And that's the question I have when I look at Sony. I'm like, okay, they're doing good now, but what do they got moving forward? You know what I mean? I mean, the new system will have better specs, yeah. So we will assume 4K 60 frames. That's a given. But what do you have? What are you doing? Services-wise. What about backwards compatibility? Are they literally just going to throw all that stuff on PS? If they're going to throw that stuff on PS now, A, that's hot garbage and whack. B, they need, what's up, Icon Boy? They need to um, improve the way that PS Now works because it's hot garbage right now. And it will never be better than Game Pass. Game Pass is literally you have the games on your hard drive, so you can't beat 4K. You can't get 4K on PS Now. Impossible. So, Icon Boy says, if y'all don't know, you need to listen to Potbelly Gamers. They on Friday? Friday. I think they're on Friday or Saturday. I don't remember. Sorry, I haven't listened to the show in a minute. That's my bad, though. Icon Boy says, I get what you're saying with Call of Duty's fast-paced shooting versus PUBG suspense, but I think COD was always like that because of the small map sizes and nature of that bite-sized competitiveness. Think of PUBG with the polish of COD. What's up, G? Job that nonsense. Yeah. I mean, the problem. Well, it's not a problem. Fridays, 6 to 8. Thank you, EST. That's Icon Boy on the Potbelly Gamers. I guess they have pot bellies. I don't know. Maybe one of them have a potbelly pig. They're cute. I remember one of my clients has a potbelly. I haven't seen it in a while, but it was a little cute little baby. Maybe it got too big and they had to send it out to the farm. And we're having pork chops tonight. I'm just saying. But it was a cute little pig. It's a little black pig. And it ran out one time. It was like, mee. And it was just chilling, sitting there wagging his tail. I was like, it's a pig right there. Little pig. It was kind of cool. Cool. And we're not in the country. This is like a residential, just a suburb. I'm like, well, okay. People sporting pigs. I get, you know what? Somebody might have saw it and said, nope, no pigs in our. They got an HOA, so they're like, no pigs in our neighborhood, and they had to get rid of it. I could see that happening. Anyway, Icon Boy says we're the number one show on all games, baby. I think I was number 2. Was I number 2 last week? I don't remember. I was number 2 one time. I was so happy. I was like, yay! But then I was like, what did I say? I mean, my mic's been broken for like 1,000 years. So my mixer, my Twitch was like broke. I gotta pull up my Twitch. I haven't pulled up Twitch in a minute, but this stream goes to Twitch, to my Twitch R9 Cash channel. So I gotta pull up that because I know some people jump into Twitch chat and I never see them because I don't have Twitch chat open. So I gotta start doing that as well. I know I'm slacking in my Mackin, but I'm gonna try. Actually, I'm gonna try to hook up another monitor to this computer because I have like 3 or 4 different ports that I can plug in. I just got to get the adapter for what's the other video thing that's video? I don't remember. But yeah, I got to do that because I got monitors everywhere and I got a TV I got to fix. I'm throwing. Oh man, I got so much stuff. I'm just so good, but I'm just glad I got the audio working. Anyway, so like I said, I'm interested in all these battle royale modes that are coming up. I'm trying to kind of use my crystal ball, and it's like, how is this gonna change the multiplayer landscape? Like when you go to play COD, is it all gonna be like battle royale? All the other game modes are kind of like whatever. I mean, that's a possibility based on what Fortnite and PUBG are doing, right? So, Icon Boy says, LOL, dude, your setup is good. You like one of the only hosts that can put that much effort into that show. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Well, you guys are great because if you guys don't listen to Potbelly Gamers, I'm sorry, I'm a little slow today because I had like an eye grain. That's what I'll call it. It's a little dull now, so I'm okay. But if you listen to their show, it's set. Why I like Potbelly Gamers. This is why I like Potbelly Gamers, because it sounds like the best shows. This is the best shows too. But Potbelly Gamers, and I'll say another show that's changed now, but it was the old school 10-minute podcast with Will Sasso and all his Will Sasso, Chad Colchin, and Tommy Blotcher. Those 3. It's just a bunch of dudes hanging out, goofing. That's what Potbelly Gamers is like. A bunch of dudes hanging out, goofing, having fun, talking about video games. And that's what makes the game. The show. It's It's friends primarily. It's like a bunch of friends, people who like each other, talking to each other, and that's why that show is great. That's why a 10-minute podcast is great. That's why Funhouse on YouTube is. So I watch Funhouse. And the thing is Bridget hates Funhouse because it's too crude, and at least be talking some horrible. I'm like, you are the dirtiest woman I know on the internet, but I like you because you're charming. But it's not even that she's a woman. I mean, no, it's not that she's like the worst out of all of them people on there, and it's hilarious to me because she seems like, oh, you just see, oh, she's the cute, innocent blonde. Nope, no, she's not. She's like Willems. I forgot what the husband's name is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Shows like that, I watch them because it's friends having fun together, and that's literally fun. That's literally what Sea of Thieves has become. Friends hanging out, playing is fun. That's the connective tissue between, Funhouse, Sea of Thieves, Potbelly Gamers. Funhouse is a show it's a channel on YouTube, but it's actually they have a different on their channel. They have different shows. They have game shows, which I'm not too into. They have board game. They play board games too, but they just started that. I'm not too into that either. But they'll have it's kind of a let's play. They have a demo disc where they try demo discs and stuff, which is hilarious. But they also have, when they do demo discs, they do Rule 34 based on what they're playing, so it kind of gets, but they have the blurred stuff out, but it's funny. And they have Funhouse. I forgot, they read comments from their channel, and then they do a whole thing with that, and then they have a movie, was it Funhouse Movie House or whatever it's called, where they talk about movies, they talk about Solo, and they talk about, it's a whole bunch of different shows within the Funhouse channel, and they're owned by Rooster Teeth. I think Rooster Teeth bought them a year or so ago. But that doesn't really matter because they kind of run their own stuff. I mean, if they need, whatever behind the scenes, sure, but they haven't really changed that much. And Lawrence and Elise and Bruce, and there's two other guys, and I don't know why I forgot their name because not my brain doesn't work right now. But it's a good show. Check them out. I mean, they don't need my props because they're doing okay, I guess. But if you want something fun to watch, if you want people who enjoy each other's company having fun, it's a pretty good show. Icon Boy says, "See if these is fun. It gets too much shite." And it says, "My friend called it Sea of Lies." It's not sea. How did they lie? Next time you talk to your friends, tell them to explain to you how they lied about Sea of Thieves. Because honestly, everything that they showed before beta, they never said, "Oh well, it's a universe. You're gonna get in a spaceship and fly to space and find another orange-purple sea on another planet and be a pirate there." No, they didn't say that. They just said, "This is what you do. Play the game. That's what it is." That's it. Everything that they said was in the game. And now they're adding stuff, and it's better. The Megalodon is crazy fun. I was like, oh my god, this is nuts. I want the crab. I want the crab monster. What's that one called? The Crabkin? No, that's a bad name. King Crabulos? What would the name? And also, I kind of have a soft spot for British humor or British flavor, because that's why I like Fable so much, because it was a British game. Albion. British. Isn't Albion like the old school name for England or something? British. And I don't know, maybe it's in my DNA. Maybe I was a slave in Britannia back in the day. So maybe my ancestry goes there. I don't know. Gibson. Yeah, that's my last name. So figure son of Gib. I think I might have been an English slave brought to the Bahamas. I don't know. Point is, what was the point? Point is that I forgot. Yep. But I mean, ask them, your friends, what are the lies? I'd like to know. I'm not like trying to be inflammatory or anything. I'm just saying, like, people say that, and they see lives just to be clever, but not really. I mean, No Man's Sky is more like No Man. He literally lied. And now that the game's coming out, No Man's Sky Next, that's what it's called, I guess, is literally what he was saying, whatever, 2 years ago when the game was first coming out. I was like, yeah, it's too late. You should have delayed it and worked on it instead of putting out a half-baked game. But, that's what they do. I don't know if Sony pressured them. It's like, oh, man, or they needed to fiscally for the company to. I don't know, but it's kind of a shame because No Man's Sky could have been a really dope game, and it might be really dope now, but it's forever tainted. So nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna play it now. It's great now. Like, nope, nobody cares. They're moving on. They moved on to Sea of Thieves. They moved on to PUBG, Fortnite. They moved on. It's too late. Sean Murray, sorry. I mean, yeah. Next time, don't be you. That's bad. Next time, tell the truth. Next time, don't charge $60 for half a game. Next time, you should have gone to Xbox with the early release. Game preview, and it should have been early access on Steam. That's what it should have been, at $40 or $30. $30. Yeah. So that way, you be like, oh, it's only $30. It's cool. And then he'd be like, oh, yeah, we're going to add all the stuff. The game, but still adding to the stuff, That's like if Sea of Thieves came. Okay, Sea of Thieves was $60, so okay. But if Sea of Thieves came out and said, oh, there's going to be a big megalodon. It's going to be all this stuff that they ain't put in yet. And they released it and said, they didn't say that. They just said, yeah, there's going to be stuff. We're going to add stuff. So. I mean, and plus, the Game Pass thing is just, it's a no-brainer. So even though I did end up buying the game, I still got it on Game Pass, so. And I'm waiting for like Crackdown and State of Decay. I got that. I got. What else is there's something else coming for? Like I said, there's a third-party game I'm probably gonna pick it up. So, Icon Boy says they didn't have a choice. I think Sony sank money into the game or the market. Oh yeah, that's right, the marketing. They put Sean Murray on all those shows. Yeah, that sucked. But that's, you know what? I don't think that's Sony's fault. I think, you know what? No. Icon Boy says, do you think Crackdown 3 will be out in the next few months? No. I think they're going to hold on to it until early 2019. I would say it would be smart for them to hold on to it. Okay, it's going to be two scenarios. I hope they hold on to it until 2019 to make it better, if they can. But if they can't make it better, I hope it comes out E3 time. Like, yo, E3, it's out now. Boom. Get it now. It's on Game Pass. Scoop it up. Everybody like, oh! It's either now or next winter, because you can't do it in the fall. There's no space for Crackdown in the fall with all these Battle Royale wannabes coming out. There's no room. Forza Horizon is going to be the game. Forza Horizon 4 is going to be the game for me this fall. Forget Call of Duty, forget Battlefield. I'm not interested. Yeah. Icon Boy says, I think they will surprise us, and during the MS conference they will say it's available on Game Pass now. Yeah. Yeah, they need. Yeah, it's either Game Pass now or 2019, early 2019, because that's what Sony does. They put God of War out. They're not gonna put November, right next to Call of Duty. They won't do that because they will get cannibalized by. I don't care if God of War is as good, got 100,000 tens, all tens, 100 score on Metacritic. It will get ate up by Call of Duty. More people will play Call of Duty over God of War. I say that. That's what I'll say. More people play Call of Duty over God of War, and they would buy Call of Duty first before they buy God of War. That's just the reality. So. Even with the changes and the no single player and all that stuff, people will still buy it. It's like a habitual thing. It's like, oh, it's Call of Duty, I gotta buy it. It's like Madden. They have no competition, but still. Yeah. So Icon Boy says it'll come out right now or next year. Yeah. I mean, that's the smart thing. It's the only windows that I see. Even though there's other stuff like coming out, like, oh, this was like Anthem and all that stuff. Like, yeah, okay. But Anthem is an unknown. EA is like in the gutter right now. So Anthem needs to prove itself. Crackdown is a known quantity, and they're like, yay, Crackdown. So they already have a built-in audience that will buy Crackdown. But if it comes out and people are like, "Yo, Crackdown is hot, crazy, nice," then it's forget it. And it gets, it's gonna be on Twitch. People seeing stuff getting destructed. Yo, I dropped a building on their whole team, son. It's just if you think about the multiplayer and what you could, I'm like, oh man, I got trapped in the building. I was on the top floor. I was right. I was just right out the door, and the building fell on me, son. Like, how can you have how you have conversations about about that, right? I can't believe asked, what are you using a tablet for? Yes, I am. This is an old. I'll try to pull it up here. Can't really. It's an old Wacom. It's a Wacom. It's a 4x6 drawing area. Here's the little pen. This is old. I bought this probably 10 years ago. I don't even remember how much I paid for it. But at one point my pen was kind of broken, and I looked up on online. I was like, why is my pen broken? And the filament, the little piece, the little plastic piece. I guess it's a sensor. I don't know what it is, but they told me how to fix it, and I fixed it. I was like, oh, my tablet works again. So I started recently, like a couple weeks ago, started drawing again. This is the first thing I drew. Was joy, the emotion of joy, and I'm not good at coloring at all. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna color it. I'm gonna take my time. So it's not about doing it fast. It's about just kind of doing it and enjoying it. So Sony equals habitual line stepper. Yeah, I'm really excited for Anthem. Gonna look damn sexy on my Xbox One X. Yeah, we in the X club. Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, Anthem's going to suck. It's going to have loot boxes. EA. I'm like, you know what? If they don't make it mandatory to buy the loot boxes to, blah, 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 not pay to win, just, whatever, and do just cosmetic or whatever, I'm fine with that. I don't care about loot boxes. I'm hyped for Anthem, but I just hope that it has the hooks and the actual, gunplay, gameplay, the combat loop, is kind of like as good as Destiny, I would say, because it looks good. I mean, Mass Effect Andromeda looks good, but you're playing it, it's like, it's all right. It's like Mass Effect, the stories aren't as good, but So that's the thing. You need characters that are intriguing. You need story that's intriguing. You need locations. There's a whole bunch of pieces, I think, that make Anthem greater than what it is at the moment, as far as what we think it could be. It's like God of War. Like, why is God of War so good? Oh, because the sound effect when the axe comes back and just thump. I'm like, really? That's what makes God of War awesome? I mean, that's part of it. Then you got the story, and then the kid isn't as annoying as I thought he would be, so that's good. It's all it's all these things. So actually, Anthem could be super dope awesome, because people are shiting on it right now. They're like, Anthem's gonna be garbage. So the expectations are like zero for the most part for Anthem. And so that's like me when I went to see Solo. I was like, it's a Solo. It's a Han Solo movie. Let's see what it is. And then I was like, yo, that was all right. I went out. I was like, oh, okay, all right, Han Solo. Oh. So I was like, yeah, okay. So when you have zero expectations, or 0 to none, it's cool. I mean, I saw Anthem. I was like, it looks cool, but I don't really expect it to be better than like Mass Effect Andromeda. It probably will be, but I think that's about the story and the characterization and no crazy face bugs. Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda isn't a bad game. It's just got a bad rap right off the bat, and the type of game it is, the single player narrative game, you can't undo that. It's harder to fix a game like that than it is Sea of Thieves, because Sea of Thieves is getting updates. We got the Megalodon update. We're gonna get Crabidon. I'm gonna call it the Crabidon. There's giant skeletons of like dragons or something on some of the islands. I'm like, what is that, a bird or what is that? I'm looking. I'm like, I don't know what animal that is. It's a big monster. So it's like, they have clues in the game right now that are like, yo, this is gonna be in the game, and I'm like, oh boy, that's gonna be good. So, but right now I'm like, I do like one mission a day. I'll be like, cause unless I'm like, I don't have to work, or I'm like, I'll go on a marathon, and I'll get a whole bunch. But I usually do it solo. If I'm with a crew, then I'll be like, yo, let's go. We do a skeleton fort, get paid. You know what I mean? But going solo and Sea of Thieves, I'm like, nah, man, I'm just give me some piggies, bleep, bleep, give me some golden chickens, and then and that's it. And I did a golden. I did one. What was it? Golden. It was a golden chicken. I got voices. Esgee, stop trying to make Sea of Thieves happen. It's not gonna. It's gonna. It's happening right now. You should see all. You should look at Twitch and see how many people. You should go on YouTube and see how many Megalodon videos there are. It's a sign. It's a sign, Icon. It's a sign that it's just like God of War, right? Do you see that many? Tell Red to work on them avatars. Nah. I don't know if I mean they have a big team, so they might have some people working on the avatars. But the avatars, the weird thing about the avatars is this, and I don't know if I mean, at the end of the day, it's a model that they probably import to Unity because they're using the Unity engine on avatars, right? So I was like, man, what if your avatar could show up in Sea of Thieves? That'd be dope. But then I thought, oh wait, but it's not like if avatars were using the Unreal, then it'd be boom, it's in there. But but like I said, it's just the model that they could import. They could import, but I don't know if they're gonna. Okay, one thing about Sea of Thieves that I don't like, that I want them to change, is that I want customizable characters. Like build your own, put the face, the eyeballs, the eyes, and do that. That's what I want. That's what I wanted. But you get a pre-selection of pirates that you could choose from. I was sitting there for like 10 minutes, like rotating. I'm like, no. It's like, and I saw one. I was like, maybe, but there might be a better one the next rotation. Maybe if you could like check one and say, okay, let me keep that one, and then keep going, and then you can have a choice of 4, and then you could, something. But I say customizable face character things. That'd be cool. I know they can do it. They not doing it, and it's upsetting me. It upsetted me a lot. But yeah, I think I might play some Sea of Thieves. It's like I'm playing Sea of Thieves and State of Decay 2 right now. Problem with State of Decay 2 is that I know I've seen like some videos like this is the ending and this is how it works. And I'm like, I don't care about the ending that much. I mean, it's kind of fun to play. You're like, running around and you go blah. You get a zombie in the back. I'll be sneak ganking zombie fools all night long. I'll be like, I like to sneak around like a Metal Gear, son. I'll be like, yo, I'm Solid Snake. Yo, I'm Solid. Blah. And when you stab them in the head real hard, their head explodes and it's like, you see a chunk of their head. It's great. It's really good chuncation in State of Decay 2. Icon says you can do exactly that if you mark one as your fave until stay and reset the other. Oh, it does? I didn't know that. Oh, man. Well, it's too late now. I'm already 17, and 19, so I got to stick with it. I took one that looks like Bridget, except for Tifa all messed up. But not the... I was going to make a joke, but... SU Steady K2 equals Sims with Zombies. Do you play MGS5? I downloaded it. I haven't played it yet. I played the one that came out before, the little one. I was like, but I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out before I totally dismiss it. Is State of Decay 2 Sims with Zombies? It's not really. It's definitely a management sim thing because you get your base camp. And you had to build an infirmary. I had to build an infirmary because the girl, my wife or girlfriend that I was with, got bit by a blood zombie. So I had to cure her blood plague. And so I had to, fetch quest this, get that, blah, 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 get some samples from some blood zombies, and then you can make a cure. And so I cured her, so she's good. So nobody died on my watch yet. But, yeah, a lot of it is like, yeah, okay, you're running out of food. Go get some food. Oh, now you're running out of water. Build a water filtration system. Oh, you're running out of ammo. Go get some ammo. Oh, morale's down. Do something to make it not down. So that's what the game is. And so I'm like, it's cool, but if there was more of a constant character is like a bad guy. Like if there was like a Negan, and the Negan was like, yo, Negan is here. Okay, this is the Negan, and anybody out there who's not with me is against me. And then all the little enemy factions that are like super aggressive when you meet them, hail Negan, and you're like, and then at the last you have to go, the last goal I guess would be is to kill the Negan of the thing. I mean, that would be interesting, but it would have to have like cutscenes and a little more narrative stuff for it to work. Because then it would be just like the original Crackdown, where you're like, oh, here are the bosses, and they're just like generic people, like Susie Sanchez or whatever, and you just shoot her, and it's like, yeah, she's dead. And then, good job, agent. Now go level up your car. Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, it's like the same story in Crackdown, where it was like, that was the one problem I had with Crackdown, is that it didn't have a narrative, a strong narrative base. It was just kind of open world, do stuff, and they could do both. I mean, you know, GTA is already shown that you can have narrative in open world games. It's just you gotta do it. You gotta put the money in there. Sounds like SimCity where you are managing numbers. Yeah, pretty much. But the part where you go out and kind of gank zombies is fun. So it's not that you. I played the first Crackdown. I didn't play Crackdown 2. I did not play Crackdown 2. Yeah, I got close to getting all the orbs, but I didn't. I maxed out my character's agility, but everything else, I don't think I maxed out everything else because I was just done. At that point, I was like, I just want to max out my car and my character's agility so I can jump higher, and that's it. And so that's all I did. And that's backwards compatible too. That's the cool thing about Xbox, man, especially the X. I can go into my freaking library and be like, I'm gonna play some Breakdown real quick, because that they became backwards compatibility. I was like, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go play Breakdown. Just pop it in, it'll download it, boom, and I'm playing a game that was crazy for original X, a first-person brawler. It's ridiculous, and that's what I like about Xbox. I can go and play the original Crackdown to get my feet wet for the next Crackdown 3 coming out. You know what I mean? And so I could be like, oh yeah, I played that for a couple hours, and now I played the new one. The new one's so much better because I just finished playing the old one. Oh man, it's so good. So yeah, man, it's cool stuff. And even the thing about the Xbox is like, it saves all your saves are in the cloud. So what I'd have to do, I'd have to put it in my old Xbox and then load it up and then push the save to the cloud. Oh, I think it might grab it from, I'm not sure actually. I might have to turn on my old Xbox, which I still have. I can just turn it on and do it, but they did something special. They did some special stuff to make it real fun. Really, to make it run really good on the X. Oh, they did. Oh, I gotta check it out. Is it 60 frames or is it? It's probably still 30, right? Yeah, but I know it's 8K. I know it's 4K. Yeah, I know it's 4K because all the backwards compatible Xbox 360 games, I believe, are 4K because it's just automatic. It does it automatically. And then the OG Xbox games are 900p, I want to say. I think. I don't remember. Yeah, not sure, but it's 4K. Yeah. Yes, that's what I know that all the games are. Oh no, you know what? It's not 60 frames because they had said that 60 frames would mess with, like, if people are playing, I don't know. Well, if people are playing 360 versus the X, then it wouldn't work because of the differentiation in the frames per second. But I mean, I guess that's just competitive stuff because they do it on PC all the time. So I don't really get that excuse. But yeah, sure. But I mean, that's a benefit. I'm like, I have an X. I haven't really taken advantage of going back to those special games. But it's like, it's a collector's dream to have a system that can play your older games better. It's just like, what? Kaiju says, can the audience throw barrels at him while he tries to explain? I don't know what. Oh, he probably put that in the wrong chat. Kaiju. Cowboy says you should take requests from the chat to draw stuff and draw it as you're talking. Oh, I try to draw as I'm talking. It takes so long to. It takes longer for me to draw while I'm talking because I'm not that good. Yes, I will do that. I'll do that on the days that aren't the Iron 9 cast. So like during the week, I'm gonna try to get on and draw for a couple of hours, probably around the same time, 7 o'clock. And I'll do that, sure. I always mic up anyway, so I usually do. I have music playing, so you can like, the music. And the music only works on the streams. It doesn't work on all games, so I can't really do it on all games. But I wouldn't do that anyway because there are other shows going on during the week, so I can't be stepping on people's shows or lines like Sony be stepping on. Sorry. But yeah, no, I definitely would do that. But right now, I'm trying to get back into drawing because I haven't drawn. Literally, I haven't drawn. It has to be more than 10 years. I haven't drawn anything. Is that true? I mean, really sat down and yeah, what was it 2000? Yeah, yeah, at least 10 years. I think the latest thing that I have a date on is like 2005, maybe. So more than 10 years. Was that 13 years? Yeah. So, Icon says, "What do you think of Discord taking over the All Games chat?" I like Discord because you could just do all kind of crazy stuff in there. It's very nice. Um, yeah, yeah, I drew that after 10 years. The thing about drawing, which I don't know if people realize it or whatever, drawing is like riding a bike. Yeah, exactly. That's talent, man. Like riding a bike. Drawing is like riding a bike. Wherever you stop, as far as skill level, that's where unless something happens and you get a Doctor strange accident and your hands don't work anymore, yeah, you kind of stop there, and then you'll continue. It depends too, because like I might have a certain way of drawing. Like for instance, let me go over here, see if I can do this real quick. Boop. Let me get a new one in here. New one. Okay. All right. So I get a pencil. No, I get a pen. I mean a brush. So, like for instance, I would draw eyes like this, right? And get just be like a comic eye, and they're different shape eyes. So it doesn't necessarily have to be this way, but you draw like that. You're like, oh, I'm gonna do a little on there, chibi chuba choo. Right, that's how I just do them real quick. That's really crooked and stuff. It doesn't matter because this is a rough, right? You do there's the iris, and you put a little square or some crazy shape, and you're gonna fill that in. I mean, the problem is like 2 minutes is not gonna illustrate how good, an eye can look. But I have a way of drawing something real quick, and I can be like, yeah, I can draw an eye. There you go. There's the eye. There's the eyebrow right there. There you go. Yay! Right. And then the nose, the bridge kind of go that way, and little chippy chew, and then you just keep on drawing, and you get you keep working it until it gets right, basically. And that's a quick eyeball right there. It's not pretty or anything, but what did that take, a minute or two? And that's and then you go back and you put a little more detail in it. You fix stuff and you make the lines darker and you put some more eyelashes and you do the stuff inside the eye, the little blibble blaps, the little squeaky grops. I like making noises with my mouth. If you didn't know, and you go back again and. You can use the pen tool for really super straight, clean lines. And I could just make a bigger brush. I don't know why I'm doing it the hard way. There you go. You get the blipple plops right there, And you just keep drawing and keep drawing. So I can draw an eye real quick, And I mean, this is rough right here. This eye needs to be. So you got me drawing now. But that's the point. That's the point. So, you don't forget how to draw certain things if you draw them enough. But, and like these, like I don't draw too much mech stuff, and that's what this character right here. Let me put it on the other. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. Yeah, okay, here we go. Like, here's the eyeball. It looks good in the small screen. Doesn't look good big. But actually, I might actually work on that and save it, color it in or something. As a quick sketch. But like this part right here, the android hands. I was like, I suck at drawing hands, but I can draw the shapes, like the little triangle fingers and stuff, so I can do that. So I'm like, let me just do this. Hands are one thing I need to work on. Hands are very difficult because of so many points of articulation and angles and such. So I still need work on certain things, certain muscularity, not muscularity, but the anatomy stuff. There's certain things I haven't studied it as much as I should have, and I have some books so I can go back for reference. But The internet is such a cool thing, and I try not to like take a picture and draw it, but I will like for eyes, like when you see the iris and like the different variations of the textures and the colors and stuff. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool to look at as a reference because I'm not too familiar with the anatomy of the iris and stuff. So it's kind of cool. But thanks, I appreciate it, Icon Boy. And the show's over, pretty much. I got 3 minutes left. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get on every day. That's not our Sunday R9 cast day, and just draw with some music playing, some of my dope beats and rhymes. Well, mainly dope beats playing, so you can listen to the music and not hear my stupid voice. And just look at the art that I'm creating, basically. I'm gonna try to keep working on Joy because I want to. A lot of the times I'll start on stuff and I won't finish it or get it to a state where I said, okay, that's good enough or whatever. And that's one of the things I want to stop doing. I mean, I don't do it with music so much because I'm working with people and I can't just stop. I need to finish it. So, but with this one, I want to work. I don't care if it takes a long time because it's not about doing it in a deadline, or I'm not doing it for a deadline. I'm just doing it to draw, to have fun. So I'm gonna take my time. If I need to scrap like this face over here, this profile, I have redrawn it so many times, and I might fix this eye. I might redraw this eye because it seems a little weird to me. I'm looking at it. I'm like, So I don't know. I might go back and change that eye, but I do like the profile. Profile is pretty good. The lips and nose and stuff. So I'm gonna keep that stuff, and I'll work the hair and the redhead Joy. Redhead Joy right there, she's going to be in the foreground pretty much, so I'm going to keep her there so the hair and stuff will be behind her. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. I mean, I have it all layered out, so I'll figure it out. But yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Appreciate you, Icon Boy. Remember, watch the Potbelly Gamers Friday from 6 to 8. I believe that's what he said, 6 to 8. On allgames.com/live. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, Eastern. That's New York time or Florida time, whatever. Yeah, and all the other shows that are on All Games. I believe. Oh, today's Sunday. Oh man, I missed. Did the DPL come on yesterday? I wanted to watch and listen to that. I'm sad now. I'm so sad. That's all right. I was working on music, so I can't. But anyway, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Icon Boy, Doom Plague, DC Nate, Tiger Claw, appreciate you. Pippin us out. Kai Judo, much love. Even though we argue on, it's okay. I do it because we are cool. You're cool. This is all games. You know what I mean? So we gotta have discussions. We gotta have arguments. It's okay. When it comes down to it, we're all having fun with these games, yo. So that's it. That's the secret of life. I've solved it for you guys. See, you want to know the secret of life? Secret of life is simple. Have fun. That's it. That's it. That is all. Whatever fun is to you. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Okay, now it's getting complicated. Anyway, appreciate y'all hanging out. All games, I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye, all game. Good to die, bye-bye. Till the wait. I said goodbye to all games. Do you like to, would you like to save them? No. And I'm still on Twitch and Mixer. But I'm going to leave now. I appreciate y'all. Icon Boy and all y'all. I'm going to say bye now. Tilt the weight? Wait, hold on. Tilt the weight, hold up. Tilt the weight. Wait, what happened? I don't want my streams, I want the... What happened to... Where's the... I can't, what the... Leave. Hold up, I'm trying to figure something out here. I'm still streaming. Oh, there I go. There I go. Alright, y'all. Tilt the weight.